What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas on FudgeMuppet. We've got some New Vegas top 10s coming your way soon, but for now we've got this build. We didn't really know what to call this build, but we've settled on the Pragmatist. A Pragmatist is someone who is practical, has a straightforward approach, and doesn't let emotion affect them. We think this description sums up the character pretty well, and you're definitely going to need Old World Blues DLC for this build. Pragmatist grew up in a farming settlement north of New Vegas and was one of 5 children in his family. His parents owned a massive crop field, and because of this they were very wealthy. The farming lifestyle was very structured, and as one would expect, it involved plenty of farm chores and agricultural teachings. Hard work and discipline was respected in the family, and all members of the family were hardy people. Unfortunately for the Pragmatist, his family were also very religious, and he and his siblings would have to participate in daily prayer throughout their whole lives. This did teach the children gratefulness. However, the Pragmatist couldn't understand how his parents, people whose lives revolved around scientific, factual and rational methods of agriculture and farming, believed in something they couldn't even see. The Pragmatist was the youngest child in the family and was also the only one who did not like the religious ways. He spoke out against his parents' teaching and of course was scolded for this so-called blasphemy. He was also the most intelligent child, and while the others would all be kicking around a ball and playing sports on the farm, he was reading scientific journals and engineering manuals. It wasn't the fact he wasn't good at sports, because he could run around for ages, he just saw it as a waste of time. As he grew older, he refused to take part in the daily prayers, and because of this his parents eventually gave up on him. He was looked down on by the rest of the family, but to keep him busy during prayer time they would send him to the local scrapyard to look for parts. These parts would be purchased or found and kept for when any farm or housing equipment broke down. On these trips, however, the Pragmatist would return with more than he let on. He would actually end up lying about the price and buying metal parts for him to build some contraptions in secret. In his room for many weeks he worked on creating something small but very impressive. Using the scrap metal, electrical components and other bits and pieces he had bought and some even found, the Pragmatist created a stun gun at the age of 13. He never planned to hurt anyone with it, but his parents discovered it and were a bit worried that he was up to no good. They still loved their child of course, but after 5 more years of treating him a bit too much like an outsider, he decided to become just that. The farm life was simple, but with his family it just felt backwards. He wanted to see the world, look at the marvels of technology and advanced man-made creations with his own eyes. Pragmatist obviously enjoys what is scientific, logical and effective, and he isn't overly affected by emotion. He will also, of course, not like religion and definitely not like Caesar's Legion. He travelled to New Vegas and got a courier job in Prim so he could travel and get paid for it. But as we know, he didn't get too far. Looking at start game attributes, the Pragmatist is going to have 2 strength, 8 perception, 8 endurance, 3 charisma, 8 intelligence, 5 agility and 6 luck. He's always been smart, sharp and sturdy, but can't exactly apply a lot of physical force or get along with regular folk. His tag skills are going to be energy weapons, science and medicine, and these are also the major skills for the build. Science will be able to represent his scientific knowledge and allow you to access a lot of databases and get cool perks. Medicine will be to heal yourself and of course represent your vast knowledge. And energy weapons will allow you to actually kill things, which is always useful. Your minor skill will simply be repair, and this is something the Pragmatist has been forced to learn over time to keep his gear in good condition. The traits used are good-natured and skilled, and these are a fantastic combination, as you probably know. Good-natured will give you 5 to all your social passive skills and take away 5 from your combat skills. This will only be a negative for your energy weapons, but a positive for all your other skills. The skilled trait will then add 5 to all of your skills, counterbalancing the blow to your energy weapons and stacking on top of everything else. Endgame gear for the Pragmatist is definitely a mouthful. Get ready to write this one down. The Atomic Valence Tri-Radi Oscillator will be used as your headgear, and this actually adds 4 points to your damage threshold, gives you another point of endurance, and restores 24 hit points every in-game hour. It's also shaped like a model of an atom in case you're wanting to feel like Jimmy Neutron. You're also going to want the Gunrunner's Arsenal Plasma Pistol with all the mods to get 7 more points of damage, double the projectile speed and replenish ammo every 1 in 4 shots. And we'll be wearing the Scientist Scrubs for 5 more points to science, 2 more damage threshold and an extra point of intelligence. Who would have thought that dressing smart actually makes you smart? Well, apparently in the world of Fallout it does. When it comes to implants, the Pragmatist is going to use heaps. You're going to get the implant for perception, endurance, intelligence, luck and agility, as well as the subdermal armor implant for additional damage threshold and the health regeneration implant. Altogether, combining implants with gear, this build is going to end up with 2 strength, 9 perception, 10 endurance, 3 charisma, 10 intelligence, 6 agility, and 7 luck. When it comes to essential perks, the Pragmatist will need Educated, Vigilant Recycler, Fast Metabolism, Meltdown, Better Criticals, and Solar Powered. Solar Powered is a very powerful perk, and this gives you +2 strength and regeneration of 1 HP per second, or 1 HP every 12 seconds if your game isn't updated. However, it only operates between 6 AM and 6 PM. Solar Powered will actually stack this health regen with the health regen implant and the Atomic Valence Tri-Radi Oscillator for ultimate health regeneration. Educated is a perk you'll need to get as soon as possible to get the most out of it, and this allows you to allocate 2 more skill points during every level up. Fast Metabolism makes Stimpaks 20% more effective, and Better Criticals give this build 50% more damage with critical hits. Vigilant Recycler makes you twice as likely to recover drained cells when using energy weapons, and finally Meltdown lets you cause chain reactions of explosions through energy weapon deaths. What happens is after you kill someone with an energy weapon, an explosion of plasma energy that's like a grenade but a bit smaller occurs, and this damages nearby targets, potentially causing them to explode too. For the main storyline, the Pragmatist will side with House. He respects his ways and of course his vast amount of knowledge, and House has used his brains to achieve many scientific feats throughout his lifetime. The Pragmatist also knows that payment is ensured, and even though House is calling all the shots, he feels like he would make the same choices anyway. He considers himself quite similar to Mr. House. The Pragmatist will also help the followers of the Apocalypse. He's not one to hoard information, he is happy to teach those who listen, although he doesn't have a lot of patience for slow learners. When it comes to companions, this build will be using Arcade Ganon. Arcade goes well with the overall theme of the character and complements him well. We find that they make quite the tag team. When it comes to the Pragmatist, opposites don't attract. And that wraps up this week's Fallout New Vegas build, the Pragmatist. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe now for our new Fallout New Vegas top 10s that will be coming soon. Social media links are in the description, and you can contact us using those. And do hit the like button if you did enjoy this video. My name is Scott, and I am truly grateful for all your support, and I'll see you soon.